Hi guys, I hope all of you are doing well and welcome to one more video series in your channel, My CryptoPal. And today guys, we are going to cover the ETH merger updates. Now I see there is a lot of confusion and a lot of panic going on that what is going to happen following the news and following the merger. Is it going to be buy the rumor and sell the news event? Like once the news come out of the merger that it has happened, are people going to sell out and exit of all the ETH positions? There is a lot of misconceptions related to the merger also, and people are making a hue and cry about it. But remember that Ethereum still remains the best layer one solution out there, and Ethereum still has the maximum number of dApps built on it, and Ethereum still has the maximum number of branding and partnership associated with it. Okay, so the amount of market Ethereum has tapped, all other layer one solutions are far behind it, and it's just propaganda which is going on to shield their own projects. So I thought, why not discuss the merger today and make you guys clear so that you're prepared and you know and you don't get affected by any further going forward. Okay, so guys, before we start this video, two things we need to understand here: what is proof of stake and what is proof of work concept, because without knowing this, none of this will make any sense. So you need to remember that there are two consensus mechanism. Now I'll come to that, but one is proof of stake, one is proof of work. Okay, these are the two concepts which are essential for cryptocurrency transactions and security. Like whenever a transaction or a security happen, it either goes through a proof of stake concept or it goes through a proof of work concept. Okay, both of them are known as consensus mechanism, like you can see here. Okay, both in different ways help users to ensure that they are honest with their transactions by incentivizing good actors, meaning by giving rewards to people who are good in the network, and by penalizing people and making it extremely difficult and expensive for them, who try to create frauds such as double spending, or they don't initiate your transactions. Okay, so I'll try to keep this concept. We will only highlight things which are important for you to know, and you don't need to go through the details of it, just the basics will help. Okay, now guys, in proof of work, verifying crypto transactions is done through mining. Okay, so whenever we talk about proof of work, there is a word called as mining associated with it. Why is that? Okay, let's finish this first. That what's the significant difference in definition? Okay, proof of work, verification of transaction is done through mining, and in proof of stake, validators are there who authorize the transaction, and validators are chosen on the basis of a set of rules, but mostly depending on the stake they have in the blockchain. Okay, that means how much stake of the coin they have bought and they have pledged to the blockchain. So that authorizes them to become a validator, and that is one of the criteria to give them certain powers as a validator, what to do. Okay, so this is the basic difference there in definition. Now let's understand a little bit that computers or networks have to agree on what happened to verify transactions. Okay, if a computer tries to manipulate or commit fraudulent transactions on a network, it will be known through public immutable nature of the blockchain. Both consensus mechanism has economic consequences that penalizes malicious actors who try to disrupt the network. Okay guys, so in proof of work versus proof of stake, which one is better? Now, like I said, proof of work is always associated with miners. Okay, so it is always a competition between miners, that who is going to solve cryptographic puzzles and who is going to validate transactions in order to earn block rewards, because it is the block rewards for which they are doing mining. Yeah, if you're doing Ethereum mining, if you're doing Bitcoin mining, you get block rewards, and later you can go sell it off, and it is a big business in the US. Okay, but in proof of stake, implements randomly chosen validators to make sure the transaction is reliable, compensating them in return with crypto. Okay, now each has its own advantages and disadvantages. Now let's look at them. The only biggest disadvantage of proof of work is that it requires significant amount of energy to verify its transaction. That means it spends a lot of energy and operates a lot. The blockchain is less environment friendly than other system, which is the major issue now, because they could not find any reason to speak negative about crypto. So the current scenario that they have chosen is energy. Okay, however, we waste and we burn a lot of energy and lot of in generating other natural resources, but hey. So crypto is facing the energy crisis now, but proof of work has the downside. The biggest downside is that one has to spend a lot of energy. Okay. Another problem some raise is that because of the competition between miners for rewards, a small number of mining pools control the blockchain. Now I agree to this that there is some big players in the blockchain who make mining pools and who run the nodes and all that, but this makes it like a cartel, that everything is controlled by a small number of mining pools. Like they have written here, a kind of de facto centralization. Okay, it is important to note that through the mining pools, though the mining pools are made up of individual miners or smaller group of miners who are free to pull their hash power if they no longer agree with the direction of the larger mining pool. So this is one safeguard they have given, but there is, in every business there is a cartel which crops up. Now the downside of proof of stake is that it requires an often enormous initial investment. Why is that? Because you must purchase enough of the native token of the cryptocurrency to qualify you to be a validator, which is dependent on the size of the network. So the size of the network sets that how much token you would need to purchase to become a validator. Okay, in theory, people must be wealthy or earn enough money to buy a network stake, leading to an exclusively rich blockchain. Okay, as cryptocurrencies rise in the market value, this issue could become worse and worse. Okay, guys, so these are the advantages and disadvantages, and I hope you are clear. So now I have made a small presentation for you guys where I don't open the ETH website and explain you. This is the more simplified version of it. I will post this in our blogs channel. I think next week it is going to come, and you guys can keep this presentation with yourself and you can teach your friends and family about it. Okay, guys, so welcome to the ETH merger coverage of MyCryptoPal, and let's start. Okay, about the merge, like you can see, soon the current Ethereum mainnet will merge with the Beacon Chain proof of stake system. Okay, this will mark the end of proof of work for Ethereum and the full transition to proof of stake. This sets the stage for future scaling upgrades, including sharding. Now, what is sharding? What is beacon chain? It will be a very long video if I cover that. But remember that this system will materialize through these two chains. One is beacon chain and one is sharding. Okay. Now, the merge will reduce Ethereum's energy consumption by 99.95%. Why? Because we just saw that in proof of work, the biggest disadvantages was the energy it spends. Okay. So if we go from proof of work to proof of stake, the basic problem of energy crisis is solved. Okay, guys. So coming to next, the date of merge, which everyone has been thinking quite well, but I just follow Vitalik, and you can see the terminal total difficulty has been set to blah blah number, which means that the Ethereum proof of work network now has a fixed number of hashes left to mine. So once this finishes around September 15th, the exact date depends on the hash rate, of course. Okay, guys. So now going to the mission which they are looking at, you can see the simple drawing explains everything that we are going from proof of work over here to proof of stake over here. Ethereum state, transactions, apps, contracts, balances. You can see the beacon chain will do the transition over here, and the sharding will help it. Okay, guys. Now everyone is clear of the mission and the dates. Now let's see that how it is going to affect some of the people going forward. Now you can see that three important things here. One is staking node operators and providers. Now they have written that run both a consensus layer client and an execution layer client. Now what is consensus layer and what is execution layer, we'll come back to it later, but for now they have to run both these nodes over there in order to obtain execution data, as it will be unavailable after the merge. Okay. Now, the second point is non-validating node operators and infrastructure providers. If you are operating a non-validating Ethereum node, the most significant change that comes with the merge is the requirement to run clients for both the execution and the consensus layer. And dApps and smart contract developers, there will be not much affect. It will not affect that much to them. But there are few small things which are not important. However, if you are a dApps and smart contract developer on the Ethereum blockchain, you can go and read about it in the Ethereum website. Okay, guys. Now moving on, you can see why the merge has happened. Like I've explained you, the most important thing was the Ethereum energy consumption. Okay, so the shifting to proof of stake will reduce it by 99.95%, and it will also reduce the congestion in the network. Okay, because if you see on the websites, these are the Ethereum's vision. Okay, clock, network, disk space, and scalability. Okay, so these three things they are trying to improve on. One is reduce the network how clogged is the network, they want to remove it. And this space, running a node is getting harder as the network goes. This will only get harder with efforts to scale the network. And scalability, Ethereum needs to be able to handle more transactions per second without increasing the size of the node. Remember, more transactions per second. Okay, nowhere it says about speed of the transactions, size of the node in the network. That is why this is the reason why they are shifting. But remember, mostly it is just about energy, the energy thing, because now green is the new thing, and anyone who is green, they get a lot of benefits from regulatory bodies and government bodies. Okay, now let's cover some of the misconceptions which are there in the merge. Guys, remember that first misconception is running a node requires staking 32 Ethereum. Okay, this is completely false. Anyone is free to sync their own self-verified copy of Ethereum. No ETH is required. Not before the merge, not after the merge, not ever. So this was never there. It's just a false fiasco which people have made on their own. Second misconception, and the biggest thing, is the merge will reduce gas fees. No, it is not going to reduce the gas fees, because nowhere it says. There is just a consensus that they are changing. Okay, the merge is a change of consensus mechanism, not an expansion of network capacity. Unless you expand the network's capacity, how will you lower gas fees? So no gas fees are going to get lowered. And the third misconception is transactions will be noticeably faster after the merge. Like I said, that slight changes might exist, but transaction speed will mostly remain same on layer one. Okay, that is why I said that there are two kinds of consensus layer which we come in this slide. Is that after merging Ethereum 1 and Ethereum 2, because you remember that before it was Ethereum 2.0, so now they are changing it to distinct Ethereum. Okay, these will Ethereum networks. That mean that each one is now called as the execution layer, which handles the transactions and the execution, and each two will be consensus layer, which handles proof of stake consensus. And that is the only difference, nothing else. So now Ethereum will be the single term which will be used with two layers in it. One is the execution layer and one is the consensus layer. Okay, I hope this clears out the point to you guys. Now, going back to staking, guys, because we are talking about proof of stake, so we need to know that what is staking. So staking is a way investors can earn reward by contributing to the overall security of the blockchain. Certain types of cryptocurrencies use proof of stake model to validate new transactions, like I just explained you in the beginning of the video. Same thing. Okay, so the only way to participate in mining and validating transaction on a proof of stake blockchain is to own some of these coins. Buy and hold investors can commit their coins to the staking process and earn rewards. Okay, so if you have staked Ethereum, you would have the following questions. So I have laid it down for you over here, that what are the rewards and exits that they are offering. So can you withdraw staked ETH once the merge occurs? So it's written that staked ETH, staking rewards to date, and newly issued ETH immediately after the merge will still be locked on the beacon chain without the ability to withdraw. Okay, so if the staked ETH is not going to get unlocked, how they are going to sell it? Second thing is that will the validators receive any liquid ETH rewards till the Shanghai upgrade? Now, what it says is the protocol issues ETH as a reward to validators for contributing to consensus. This beacon chain accounts for the newly issued ETH where a validator has a unique address that holds its stake ETH and protocol rewards, and it will only be unlocked after the Shanghai upgrades. So you can see that how it will be unlocked. They have written here that after the Shanghai upgrades over here, you can see over here, after the Shanghai upgrades enables withdrawal, only 6 validators may exit per epoch. What it means that in every 6.4 minutes, so it's every 6.4 minutes they can exit 1350 per day, or only 43,200 ETH per day out of over 10 million ETH staked. Okay. However, this is a very big number. So once the Shanghai upgrade starts, you will see people looking to take profits of their staked ETH. Because why they have to take profits? Because of the APR over here. Okay. So people have asked, taking APR is expected to triple after the merge. They have said no, that is not going to be the case. It is estimated that the APR for staking will increase to 7% approximately, because you have staked, you will receive some APR on it, approximately 15% higher than the base issuance APR as of June 2022. Okay, so staking rewards have increased a little bit, and people will be looking to take some profits after the Shanghai upgrades. Now, having talked about staking, we need to know how many ETH is staked. So you can see from this chart from Glassnode that total 12.764 million ETH has been 12,764 million ETH has been staked, which is 10.73% of the circulating supply of ETH. Okay, so this is a huge number of staking that has gone, and you can see the total validators over here is 398,744, increased by 19.8k since 1st of May 2021. Okay, so it's written here the total ETH staked in Ethereum 2.0 contract continues to climb. Over 12.764 ETH has been staked by 398k unique validators. This is 10.73% of the circulating supply. 19.8 additional validators have staked and come online. Okay, guys, so this is the total amount of ETH which has been staked. I think this covers everything, all the doubts you had about ETH merger and all that. So thank you for watching this, guys, presentation. Don't exit the video yet, because we are going to move on to the price prediction of ETH going to the merge. But before that, guys, we have launched a new channel. You can see over here, it's called as the Millionaire Trader. I will put the link in the down. Here you will get all the videos regarding to stock markets and investment ideas, and how to do your financial planning and improve yourself as a financial planner. So please go and show some love, and if you follow our channel, please also follow this channel and turn on the notification for that. Okay, guys, having said that, let's move on to the ETH price prediction. Like you can see, I posted this chart on Twitter. Now, how I came up with this drawing was that I will explain this drawing quite quickly to you, because you've been following me for a long time and you know how I make my analysis. So you can see that whenever we are looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, if this is my first wave, I have to look for my third wave. Okay, now first wave was here, second wave is here. Now, if I draw a Fibonacci from here to here, you can see the 1.618 is coming somewhere here between this range in our golden pocket. So we got it over here, and I think fourth wave is finished, and now currently we have also finished our fifth wave. Okay, so once this fifth wave is done, I don't think that there can be push anymore, because the macro scenario looks very bleak. If you have not seen that video which I have posted about how high can Bitcoin pump, go and watch that video, because that is very important. I cover all the major indices, and we discuss macroeconomics in that video. So macroeconomics is looking a little bit weak because of the China crisis, and I'll make one more video. I think probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll post that video, that how the China crisis is going to affect. And it has been running since 2021, but I don't think that will push too high on Ethereum, but I still think that we can go and test the top levels, because you can see from here to here, my targets for Ethereum would be 1898. I think this is when I will exit all my long position if we find a good long position. As you can see that we are long on Ethereum from here. I gave this call on my Discord when we put this, and we had a tight stop loss over here of 3%, because the market was very volatile, and I am targeting over here, and you can see that this is a 22.46% or a 7.34%, 7.34 is to reward trade. So we are in this trade, and I'm hoping to take some profits along the way, and I'm looking for an impulse wave to form in this small wave. So yeah, once such things happen, then I will exit my Ethereum position, long position over here, and I'll look for shorts over here, and I'll keep you updated, guys. Okay, but this is the resistance level that I see Ethereum pushing to. I do not see it pushing beyond this. If macroeconomics change or something happens, then my analysis might change. But analyzing the overall macroeconomics, I don't think I will hold my Ethereum position beyond this, be it in spot, be it in leverage. I'll cover this more in the upcoming video about China crisis and how it will affect the crypto market. And thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for all those videos, and don't forget to watch the videos which I just mentioned. Drop a like and drop a comment section, guys. If you are visiting the channel, please do subscribe, and you will get a lot of benefits from our channel. Okay, thank you, guys. Take care. Bye bye.